Now, I have another question for you before we wrap up here, because this has been an awesome conversation. I could talk to you for days, but I know
Yeah.
you got other things going on. And this is going to be completely different than what we've been talking
Mhm.
to. I'm just curious, and I think people would think it's funny, or they'd be curious too. So you're a professional driver. You know, you've been on TV. All this stuff is good. Do you have like a lot of gold diggers hitting you up on Instagram?
You know what? I don't. I do have a funny story on that actually, but I have a girlfriend. She's awesome. We've been together the last 3 years now, or yeah, 3 years now, 3 years here next week.
Oh,
But
congratulations.
yeah. So no, she's been really great, super supportive of everything I've been able to do. She's been awesome. Now as far as people like reaching out to me like on like Instagram, like gold diggers and stuff like that, I haven't had it much, but the funny thing is, a couple years ago or so, or 4 years ago, I think. No, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I put out this joke on Facebook, and I made this. There was this website where you can create like a fake article, and it looks like a real article, and you can put it out. So I was just joking around because I'm a joking type person, and I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna make a little fake article real quick and write it up, and it's gonna be like this big sponsorship announcement." And I was gonna say Microsoft is gonna sponsor me for $50 million for the next 3 years. So the headlines of the article was Microsoft signs deal with naval officer racing in NASCAR for $50 million over the next 3 years, and that was the headlines. I think maybe only one or two people actually went into the article, and thousands of people just read the headlines and liked the post, started sharing it. It went viral. It was crazy. And it's so funny, the DMs I started getting right after that. There was one person who reached out, some lady from San Diego or something like that, sent me a DM. He's like, "Oh, hey, Jesse, we used to talk in San Diego a few years ago, just reaching out to see how you're doing, all that stuff." I'm like, looking, and I save everything. I don't delete anything. I don't delete any messages on any social media. I don't delete any text. Like I have text dating all the way back to 2011, like when I first got an iPhone. Like I saved everything. So I immediately was like, what? So I looked through my phone. I typed in the name. I'm like, I don't even have this number saved. I don't have any text from this number. I was like, it's so funny how people all of a sudden they see this money number. All of a sudden they start running. And I was like, wow, people really, it really does happen. Like there are true gold diggers out there. But since then, no, I don't really experience that. I don't think people don't really, they don't really cross me in that type of way because I don't put out anything that would incite that type of stuff.
Right. You're not a flashy guy. Yeah. You're not
Yeah,
flashy.
yeah. I mean, I love cars. I mean, I have some cool cars, and I show those a lot, but I don't show them in a way where it's like, oh, hey, look at my cool car. It's more like, hey, like I actually love this car. I actually know everything about it, and I'm building it, and I'm a car guy. So, like, like, I mean, eventually I'll have a Lambo and this and that, but not because I just want a Lambo to say I have a Lambo. I want a Lambo because I understand everything about a Lambo, and I know why it's a great vehicle and I'm going to use it to its maximum potential. That's why. But yeah, no, I'm not. You won't see me like with nice watches and this and that. I go buy clothes once every few years. I don't I'm just not super like flashy in any kind of way. I mean, I what I'm wearing right now, I'll probably wear this literally until there's holes in it. So it might be 10 years before I finally give this shirt up. So
Yep, I feel it. No, it's funny because I feel the same way about the Tesla Roadster, where I want that car not just to flex that I have a Tesla Roadster, just because I love the car. I think it's awesome and it's fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy 99% of the time. I'm not out trying to flash anyone, but I did. I was in an article and the headline was something like millennial millionaire, something like that. And dude, I got some pretty thirsty DMs.
Oh my God. Yeah. The moment you tack on millions or something like that, yeah, people will start coming out of nowhere. So, I've just learned in life as it's like, just be quiet about kind of what you have, like, and just, because it's, man, people, I mean, it's great to hopefully inspire people, but then it comes with some of the issues with it. And it's just like, you know what, let me just slide through.
Yeah, no. And I will say too, like I have an amazing wife. We met when we were 19 at the time. I was completely broke when we met in college. And it literally took me, I think 2 months to save for our first date. And, she didn't care. She just wanted to spend time with me. So she's incredible. But there are some people out there that just see that. And yeah, I got some pretty graphic messages. I got some pictures and it was, dude, it was mind blowing. And that actually, I think that's why a lot of, unfortunately, there are a lot of good men today that are shying away from marriage because just because of all the crap and the potential downside of getting with someone who just wants you for your money and success. And then if that goes away, so do they. So there's a lot of young men who are kind of shying away from marriage, which young men, to those listening, there are good women out there. And actually, I think most of them are good too. Like most of them are good, but the ones that you'll draw attention from flashing your watches and your money, you're going to be drawing the wrong kind of woman.
You got to be a judge of character. That's the biggest thing. Like, the bad ones are going to be out there, but you as a person have to be a good judge of character. You got to see, okay, what is attracting this particular person? Why did they initially reach out? And then also too, like, some people, there's guys out there who love to spoil their lady. I think at first, when you're first getting with someone, you're trying to know them, it's probably I don't think it's a great idea to try to spoil them at all. I mean, obviously you can pay for, dinners and things like that. But I mean, there's people like, and, first week, they're trying to go buy them, like this, $500 purse, $1,000 purse, or whatever, something like that. Like week one, month one, and it's just like you're sending all the wrong messages, because you got to understand. You got to figure out some way to understand, hey, does this person truly care about me? Like, am I buying the love, or are we creating love? And if you can create it, and money is never a factor in that thing, then you understand you actually have something. But if money is the part that's creating excitement, and items and things, and that's not it. Like I always even with my girlfriend, like we started dating, we never bought anything for each other at all. We just like spent time together. We started understanding each other, and she's went through a lot. I mean, when I first met her, we went on a date, and a day or two later, she found out she had thyroid cancer, and this is like, I within a few days of me meeting her, and I decided, okay, there's two ways to go. I could be an a-hole and just dip because I don't really know her like that. Or I could be like, you know what? Maybe I need to stick through this. Maybe I need to understand how to be a real human being and stick through this and figure out where this is going to go. And I did. She's gotten through it. Life's a lot better. And I helped her through it and all that stuff. And we're still here together, a few years later. So it was well worth it. Whereas, she I knew she wasn't, here to try to, live off of me being in NASCAR and all that stuff. And, I wasn't there just to, have a toy on the side or whatever, it's just, we cared about each other in all the right ways for the right reasons. And it had nothing to do with money or status in life or wherever we're at or fame and whatever. It had nothing to do with that. It was great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, and you have a strong relationship because of that. And it's funny you mentioned the designer bag, because this is after I was already married, but I bought my wife, I don't know, $500, something like that, designer bag for not her birthday, not an anniversary, just to surprise her, just because I have the money now and I can do that sort of thing. And I gave her this bag, and she was furious that I would spend $500 on a purse. She was so mad, bro. Like literally, she took the purse, she returned it immediately. She got all the money back, and she bought like a $60 purse from Macy's. And she was like, I don't need a designer handbag. Never spend that kind of money on a stupid purse. And I was like, oh, all right, this is kind of cool. Like she just saved me $500.
Yeah.
So
no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's very, very good. You're with the right person. That's good. Yeah. So for anyone out there listening, that's how you find the right person right there. Someone who's who cares about your finances. Who's like, I'm not gonna let you just blow money just to make, because there's a bad culture out there right now.